Everybody give it up for the crew from Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, guys, how's your Comic-Con going, guys?
This is so much fun.
Your panel was amazing, I heard.
Amazing.
Standing room only.
Standing room only.
You were there, and you were there, and he was there.
He was there. He took his shirt off. He was so excited.
And it threw it on the stage.
He did, yeah.
I mean, it was getting crazy.
And then he got escorted out. It was very awkward for us, but thankfully they brought him right back here where he belongs. So I guess I'm really excited for the series. I'm a big Turtles fan, so I love sort of the influx. This is just one of those things that for me could not possibly be oversaturated. The Turtles. We just had Mutant Mayhem. Now we're getting Tales. We do know that the four young men who voice those guys are back for this, which I think spawns the sort of first natural question is, what is this series' relationship with that film? Is it a spin-off? Is it just purely coincidental that they are the voices? How do you guys sort of relate this to Mutant Mayhem?
No, we've been super lucky to have the cast from the movie, show up in our show here, because it really kind of forges that connection. Like, these are the same boys, it's the same universe, it's the same, everything you loved about Mutant Mayhem, you're going to get more of here. Mm-hmm. Right, and having those four boys and a lot of the original cast from the Mutanimals and whatnot, and April O'Neil, Io is playing her.
Yes,
and it's really just it really feels like a direct continuation, and we get to bring in new actors like Lana here, and it's just been nothing but fun.
Yeah, so you'd say tonally very similar Sandbox to Mutant?
It's definitely the exact same Sandbox.
Okay, and yeah, let's talk about one of the new characters, Alanna. So Bishop is a character from the canon, but I don't think this is the same Bishop.
No. She is brand new.
He's a she.
Yes.
She was a he.
Yes.
Now
that's
she's
right.
Yeah. Tell us about Bishop.
Well, she is a female antagonist, and it's so exciting for me to play this because when I was asked to be a part of it, I thought, oh my gosh, here is it's an honor to be a part of something that has been this. I always say this pop culture phenomenon that has stood the test of time. It's been around for 40 years, and people all of these different generations of kids just love it. I think it's because it really is about, this friendship, this tight brotherhood, and they're like Robin Hoods, and they're constantly saving the day, but yet it's just such a fun punk rock culty idea of how they came to be, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. But, I was 9 years old when it came out, and so I remember it being, every kid had a Ninja Turtles, either a lunchbox or a backpack. It was huge.
Yeah, we're gonna have Kevin Eastman in here tomorrow.
Right on.
I think, because he's here for the 40th anniversary.
Whoa!
Nice.
Tell him we said hi.
I will. Yeah, how would you guys say? So we talked about sort of how this one is going to relate to Mutant Mayhem and sort of play in that same tonal sandbox. But how would you guys say this is also going to sort of depart or evolve the mythology of the Turtles from what we've seen before?
I think at the end of the day, it's all new tales. So we're going to get stories that really kind of push the Turtles further. It's going to really put them in situations where they have to kind of grow to a certain extent and use muscles they don't necessarily do, because traditionally the Turtles are all together. They're four brothers working as a team. In our show, the Turtles are split up. They're torn apart by Bishop, who comes in like a bulldozer and just basically forces the Turtles into a position to survive. They have to be more than they've ever been before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as far as the art style, we still took Mutant Mayhem's approach. We're not looking for something that looks super perfect. We embrace the indie comic, indie animation look, really rough lines. We embrace that, rawness in the art style.
Mm-hmm. How about the music? Are you guys going to find a similar... That was all about the 90s hip-hop, which I love.
I think with our version, our music approach is it's as if those boys got music instruments and they play in their garage.
Okay.
So it's pretty raw. Yeah.
Nice. And Christopher, you have history with the Turtles. You've worked on Marvel. You worked on many things over the years. But can you talk about sort of how special they are to your life? They've been a seminal part of your career.
Yeah, I can honestly say, in all truth, I would not be here today without the Turtles. I'd gotten a few jobs and it was all great and exciting, but then I didn't for a long time. And when I was about to pack it up and go home back to Michigan, I got a call for the 2003 Turtle series, and that I worked on for years, and it really kept me kind of like in the business. So I always have a little special place in my heart for Ninja Turtles. I worked on this one. Alan, I think, did some boards for it or something.
Oh, yeah?
I think the both of us worked on 2012, and then now he worked on, he can speak to it, but Rise, and now we're here.
Nice, nice. I remember one of the funnest facts I read about Mutant Mayhem involving your four young stars was that they were allowed to sort of like improv in the vocal booth, and they actually used a lot of that because they just wanted, Seth and Evan wanted them to sound like real kids. Did you guys take a similar approach? Because that's hard, because when you have to reanimate new lines.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that, because we have process, so sometimes, if they improv something during the recording, we actually implement it in the boards. Same thing with Alanna's character. If, like, she would do several takes, and sometimes it's like not really the ones that we intended use better, and we would replace it. And the process is pretty organic, and ultimately, even during final footage, we can also get something ADR'd.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like, we write the scripts, and the scripts are lovely and good, and I mean, they're genius, mind you.
Of course.
But we'll put them in front of the kids and be like, how would you say that? Like, what's a better way to say that from a 15-year-old kid? And then they will introduce words that I'm like, I've never heard that before, but sure. We have to legally check it and make sure it's okay. But they bring an authenticity to it that like you just can't capture anywhere else.
You had Urban Dictionary bookmarked
Right.
throughout the writing process. Yeah. What was your experience with these four actors? They seem like they just have like so much energy and excitement.
They're the
They're
sweetest.
young and uncynical in this business.
They really are. They're the sweetest, most humble boys you'll ever meet, and so talented. This is the first time I've ever met them, because obviously it's voiceover work is solitary. You're always by yourself.
Yeah.
Recording something, even though you're in a scene with maybe 5 other characters, it's still you by yourself. It's hard to pin down actors and keep them all in the same room at the same time. We're all over the place. So gone are those days. But meeting them this morning, it's just they're the salt of the earth, sweetest boys.
Yeah.
You're gonna really like them.
You guys got Pete Davidson on board. What was that process like, and who does he play?
Pete Davidson plays a character named Rod Underwood Jr., and he is an intern, despite his mid-life age of whatever it is. But he is kind of an idiot. Like, he has been kind of forced onto Bishop by his very rich and wealthy father, who's funding all of Bishop's work.
Yeah.
And Pete, he was the first voice we thought of for it. Like, he just had that perfect vibe for it. But we never thought we'd get him. At the end of the day, Pete's busy and he's doing his Pete thing. But, we asked, and he said it was the easiest yes he'd ever given. Like, he's a Turtles fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like,
awesome.
he loves it. So,
Yeah.
he was super happy to come in, and hopefully we'll see him again.
Probably the least surprising thing I've heard all day is that Pete Davidson is a Turtles fan, because I can already see what he's watching after he takes some rips of that bong. Can see it all right. Not surprising at all. Finally, the trailer teases an epic 12-episode event. What does that mean? This is one and done? Is there a possibility that this could keep going? Have you gotten that far?
There's always that possibility.
Everyone should watch the show on August 9th on Paramount Plus.
You'll be the first to know.
And that's how you get picked up for season 2. Simple
August
as
9th,
that.
P+.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, we'll see how the show does. Obviously, they're working on another movie right now, and people love the Turtles, But we're gonna premiere. We're gonna see what people think, and who knows what the future brings. But
Cool.
hopefully more Turtles.
Yes. Like I said, I don't think we can get enough of Turtles, so bring it on. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Give it up once again
for having
the
us.
crew from Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.